Yahawashi.
Ha, Rawchaa,
BAHASHAM 𝐤𝐄𝐄 Qadash.
Right, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and SHALAWAM, 𝐉𝐄𝐿 to the elect of the nation of Israel. And my Hebrew name is 𝐉𝐄𝐅𝐿, and I'm with the brother.
Yeshaya.
Introduce yourself up.
Yeshaya. It's probably a little laggy. Let me see.
Yeah, it's shaky, right?
Yeah, it's staticky, but we'll get through it. You hear me, Ak?
We still on?
Con. Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me? Yeah, we're probably going to have to record it. Let me see. Yeah, we're probably going to have to record it. Okay, I can see it from my end now. I joined a different channel and then just clicked on it, and it looks good now. Let me try to join.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, I can see it from my end now. I joined a different channel.
I'm going to check on my pad, too, because I just subscribed to you.
Okay.
So I thought I had you. Send me another link.
Okay, I got you.
Send me another link.
Okay, I got you. God, my screen's all frozen on my end. Can you hear me though?
I can definitely hear you, but it looks froze on your end like that.
Damn. Okay. Well, I guess if you can hear me good, we can continue.
How about my end? It ain't froze or?
Nah, I can see you good. Let me check on the pad because I was watching us live, and it looks.
Actually, let me check on mine too.
Let me turn it down a bit though, so it's not all echoey.
Which one are you going live on? The Yeshaya 144K or just?
Yeah, I'm on the main page. Yeah, I could hear me and see you moving.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Definitely trials and errors.
Yeah. Let me try to find this. Oh, okay. Okay, now I subscribe to you on that one. Okay, it shows live.
Yeah.
Hey, Solomon to Yahawashi, or Solomon is Yahawashi. It shows live.
God.
Yeah, I could definitely see me. I can see you. Your end is froze though. It just shows your end.
Yeah, you're good though. You're moving. You got good connection. I guess it's just I don't know. It's some trash internet.
All right, I'll open up. Before we begin, we'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah.
Yahawah.
BAHASHAM.
BAHASHAM.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi,
BAHASHAM,
BAHASHAM,
Qadash.
𝐉𝐄𐄅𐤄 Qadash.
Double honors to the elders, a great millstone. SHALAWAM, 𤤄𤅅𤄏 to the elect of the nation of Israel. And my Hebrew name is 𝐉𝐄𝐅𝐄, and I'm with the brother.
Yeshaya.
Right, we're gonna go into Solomon being Yahawashi, okay, or Yahawashi being Solomon in his past life. We're just gonna make the lesson brief. We're not gonna get too deep with it. We're just gonna bring out some basic points and to prove that Solomon is Yahawashi and that reincarnation is biblical. And Babakusha, could you grab the definition for reincarnation right quick?
Gone. Okay, this is reincarnation according to the New Oxford American Dictionary. The rebirth of a soul in a new body.
Right, the rebirth of a soul in a new body. Now, this lesson is mainly focusing on Yahawashi being Solomon, but also we know that Yahawashi was Adam in his past life, was Isaac in his past life. Okay, Melchizedek, but that's another story. But this lesson is to point out, just to stay focused on Yahawashi being Solomon. Okay, so we're gonna go into it, and we can open up first with Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, and start at verse what's that, 17?
Gone.
So reincarnation. The breakdown of the word re means back, carnation, flesh. So back, carnation, flesh. So Yahawashi came, the same spirit, but in a different body, just like us. The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. We have the same spirit, but in a different body. We come back after the third and fourth generation to play out our, judgment on earth or whatever the Lord got us going through. But you come back after the third and fourth generation. All right. The prophets have always been here. So there's nothing new under the sun. So let's begin now.
Gone. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements.
Right now, Wisdom of Solomon was written by who? Solomon, right? So why is Solomon saying he has given me certain knowledge of the elements? Right? We know that Yahawashi created the elements with the Elohim, right? Correct? Yahawashi created the elements with the Elohim with the powers. So why is Solomon speaking this? Because Solomon is Yahawashi. And we're gonna get into it. You could just read to like verse 21, and we'll jump to another chapter to prove that.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 18. The beginning, ending, and the midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of seasons, the circuit of years and the position of stars, the natures of living creatures and the furies of the wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know.
Right. Because Solomon is Yahawashi. Okay, Yahawashi created the elements. Right. Everybody could agree that Yahawashi is the creator. Okay, that the Heavenly Father gave Yahawashi the blueprint. Well, if you're a Christian, a lot of them don't believe that. Reading this is like, what the hell are you talking about? Solomon is Yahawashi. What are you talking about? They'll look at you like you're crazy. But they don't understand that reincarnation is biblical, And let's jump to Proverbs chapter 8. Let's jump to Proverbs chapter 8, and you can start like verse 22.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 22. Yahawah possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth.
Hold on. Let's stop right there. Let me make mention of this. Who wrote the book of Proverbs?
King Solomon.
Solomon wrote the book of Proverbs. Read that again now. Verse 22.
Proverbs 8 and 22. Yahawah possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled,
Right.
before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. When he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep. When he gave to the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his commandment. When he appointed the foundations of the earth. Then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men.
That was it. That was the point.
God,
That was the point. So Solomon is Yahawashi, and that's clear as day. Okay, somebody be like, but Solomon wasn't there, but he's Yahawashi. Yahawashi is Solomon. He was with the Father before the world began. Why? Because Yahawashi is the first what? Spirit created. And we can also, matter of fact, let's jump to Colossians chapter 1 and verse, you can start at 13 all the way down to 15. Yahawashi was the first spirit created. Before
God,
the Allahayim, before the powers, okay, before the powers, the Heavenly Father created Yahawashi first, then Yahawashi created us. Okay, and however that order went, then we created what? The elements.
God, the periodic table.
Yeah, exactly.
In Esau's terms, the periodic table. This is Colossians
Yeah, that
1:13. Who is the image of the
that
invisible power, the
you can,
firstborn?
all right,
Go for it,
you
Doc.
can
What
start.
was that?
I really wanted you to start at 13, but that's good right there. It's not a big deal.
Gotcha, gotcha. This is Colossians 1. I'll go ahead and go to 13. Colossians 1 and 13. Who hath delivered us from the power of darkness and hath translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins, who is the
Right.
image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature. For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things
Mhm.
were created by him and for him, and he is before all things.
That's clear. He's before all things, so that's clear as day. That's clear as day. So Yahawashi was here with the Father before anything was established. That's before you had even nations. He was here. You know? Let me just grab Matthew 1 and 1. That's self-explanatory, Matthew 1 and 1, the book of the generation of Yahawashi Mashiach, the son of David. Who is the son of David? Solomon, right?
Exactly.
And the son of Abraham, okay? Isaac, but the son of David. So Yahawashi is Solomon.
So
Also,
I wanted to mention
if
this.
you ain't got a priest,
I got one.
okay,
This is
okay,
Matthew 22 and 42 to back you up with Matthew 1 and 1. It says, saying, what think ye of Yahawashi or Hamashiach? Whose son is he? They say unto him, the son of David. And that's clear as
yeah,
day. That's
con.
reincarnation.
Right, I believe that was reiterating. It was like going. He went
Reference.
into like the Psalms, that one, right? The book of Psalms.
Gone.
Uh,
Let me double check that. Nah, but go for it. I'm double checking for you.
con. Right. Yeah. So that's clear as day. Yahawashi is Solomon. What's Solomon mean again? Peaceful. Shalom, which means peaceful. Okay. Yahawashi is known as what? The Prince of Peace. He's known as the Prince of Peace. You know, because Yahawashi is going to bring peace. All right. With healing in his wings, he's gonna bring peace. He's gonna establish the kingdom. We're gonna be peaceful. Ain't gonna be no more ghettos, no more drugs, no more oppression. All right. even the nations in the kingdom going to rejoice. Well, you know what I mean. You know, they're not going to be like us, but after 1,000 years, they get they time to rule, not time to rule, but their time to being placed back in their land. You know, they're not
Exactly.
going to be oppressed by Esau no more. But we're going to be in the kingdom and ruling. That's what I mean. Right.
Exactly. This is to back you up. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Every
People,
nation right now is mourning.
right. Even the scripture says, so rock that the children shall complain of an ungodly father. That that derailment, the train derailment, which quite a few brothers brought it out. I was actually watching a movie. It's called White Noise, and they predicted like back in 2021, 2022, like last year or 2 years ago, they predicted that the train derailment was going to be somewhere in Ohio. You see that?
Gone.
That's what you call prediction programming. And sure enough, that train derailment, you got a lot of people complaining about getting sick and rashes breaking out on a body, their face, right? Because even Edomites are crying out and asking their forefathers or their own people, like, why are you doing this to us? You know, they're not even getting treated fairly, right? The scriptures say
Exactly.
what? That this devil punishes the people with a continual stroke. He doesn't let nobody rest, doesn't let nobody be, right? That's why these nations continue to suffer the way they do, because Esau is in rulership. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So, no,
To back you up, you mentioned
right,
Solomon's name meaning peace. If you look into the
right,
etymology of the word peace, it says freedom from civil disorder. So that's all you see in
yeah,
America, disorder.
right,
And Yahawashi is going to represent
right,
order, king of
right.
peace.
And that's why the Bible calls the place of Babylon, Babylon the Great, the place of great confusion. Okay,
God.
because that's what Babylon means, confusion. Um, so we went into Wisdom of Solomon 7, right? Let's go into, we got Psalm 72 lined up. Proverbs 8, we read that. Colossians 1, we read that. Let's go into further proof that Yahawashi has been here before the prophets. He's been here before everybody. So let's go into John chapter 8 and verse. And also, Yahawashi is what? Known as the beginning and the end, right?
Alpha and Omega,
So,
God.
right, right. In the beginning was the word, like that's all Yahawashi. It's talking about Yahawashi. So let's go into John chapter 8. We can start at like verse 57
God.
and read down to like verse 59.
This is John chapter 8, verse 57. Then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Yahushua said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Then took
Right.
they,
Meaning he existed.
exactly, Yahweh, he
Right.
exists, Yahushua, the Son.
Right. Yahawashi existed before Abraham. And that
Exactly.
was a deep saying. That was like a dark saying. It was a deep saying that they couldn't get. But Yahawashi was here before Abraham, before the prophets, before all the all the prophets. He was here before everything. And
God.
that's something that a lot of people to this day just don't get. Yahawashi came in different bodies. Came in different bodies. All right. Throughout history, he came in different bodies. That's why when you go into what's that? Man, I got it written down too. I believe I do. Hebrews like 7 and we could probably grab that one in a few. Hebrews 7 and 27, how how he paid for the sins. He paid for his past sins.
God.
And people ask, well, Yahawashi never sinned, right? He was perfect when he came as Yahawashi, but in his past life, he went off. He went off as Adam. He went off as Solomon. Okay, he went off in those reincarnate in those bodies, but he went off. So we could clear. Actually, let's grab it. Hebrews 7 and what? 27.
God.
Yeah, Hebrews 7 and 27. Since we mentioned it, we might as well read it.
God, I got you, Ak. This is Hebrews chapter 7.
God.
You said verse 27?
27.
God.
7
Hebrew,
and 7 and 27.
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 27. Who needeth not daily as those high priests to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins, and then for the people's. For this he did once when he offered up himself. And that's because King Solomon went off by worshiping other gods.
Hey, yeah, it's your voice is going in and out, in and
God,
out.
let me angle the mic. Is this better?
Here, let me read it. Let me read it out because it's going in and out on your end. You can hear me clear?
Yeah, you're good, Ak.
Okay, I'll read it. This is Hebrews chapter 7 and verse 27. Who needeth, start at verse 26. For such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens, who needeth not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins, and then for the people's. For this he did once when he offered up himself. So Yahawashi just did it one time, right? He was that perfect sacrifice. He did it one time. Now the priests back then, the Levites, would have to always offer up sins for themselves as well as for the people. But Yahawashi did it once. And it says, right, for his own sins. Now we know that Yahawashi is a high priest. All right, Melchizedek, all right, is a high priest. But also, Babakushai, since I mentioned that, you could grab, what's that, Hebrews? No, I'll read it because it's in the same chapter. I'll read it. It's in the same chapter,
God.
right? But Yahawashi had to pay for his sins. Now people be like, wait a moment, Yahawashi never sinned. Yahawashi, no, Yahawashi didn't sin when he was Yahawashi, but he did in his past life when he was Solomon, because Solomon was going off. You know, you still on it? You still on that?
God, I'm here.
Okay, Solomon was going off in his past life. All right, and we could prove that. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 11, and let's begin in like verse 2. I mean, verse 1. Verse 1.
God. This is you want me to read out?
Lord willing, it's going in and out, so I'm probably gonna have to read the whole way through.
God.
But let's see if your voice picks up, like you know.
God. This is 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many
Okay,
strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites.
right.
Of the
And that word for strange is and that word for strange is nakar, which that's talking about. You could apply that to a heathen nation. Many strange women, because these nations are strange, foreign or the heathendom. So that word for strange is nakar. To point that out.
God. Of the nations concerning which Yahawah said unto the children of Israel, Ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto
Right.
them,
So
unto these in love.
right. So it wasn't wrong with Solomon having like them women. It wasn't wrong with Solomon popping those heathen women. The problem was that he was following their gods. That's when Solomon was sinning, when he was going off. You got it out.
God, I
There's
got
like
this.
one or two more verses we could read. We could drop that.
God, I got this precept I was reading earlier. That's the spirit. This is First Ezra's 4, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their
That's right.
sakes. Many also have
That,
perished and have erred and sinned for women.
that's right. And that's a beautiful precept you brought out, because if you continue reading in 1 Kings 11, it's going to tell you how he built like palaces or like, these things for buildings
For
or whatever for the women. But you continue reading. You continue
God,
reading.
God. This is verse 3. 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 3. And he had 700 wives, princesses and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with Yahawah his power, as was the heart of David his father.
Right. So that was the problem. That was the problem. Him following the gods of these women, of these heathen women. That was the problem between him and the Most High. Like, hey, because he was going off at the end of his reign. He was definitely going off. And that's what it means when in Hebrews 7:27 that Yahawashi came to pay for his sins and then for the people. And I'll trip somebody up. They'll be like, but he never sinned. We know that, not in when he was Yahawashi, but he did sin when he was Solomon. And not only that, that's also going into what? Adam. That scripture in Hebrews 7:27 is also referring to when he was Adam.
Exactly. Now that's a good point. And he couldn't have sinned as Yahawashi because he was that lamb for the sacrifice without blemish.
Without blemish. Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. That's right.
God, we're gonna continue in First Kings.
Yeah, there's a few more verses
Gone.
so you can back yourself up on a precept you brought out in Ezra's.
Gone. This is verse 5. 1 Kings 11:5. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the
Them
abomination.
Africans, them Hamites.
Gone. The abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of Yahawah, and went not fully after Yahawah as did David his father. Then did Solomon build an high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, and the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. And likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrificed unto their gods. And Yahawah was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from Yahawah, the Most High of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice, and had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not that which the Lord Yahawah commanded.
That's right. That's
God.
right. That's straight to the point.
Exactly.
So he turned away from the Most High to go please these women, just like Jake do now.
Yep.
They don't want to know nothing about the Most High. They rather just go serve their women.
Exactly.
They're servants for these women. They go all the way out of their way just to serve women, and that's what Jake gets caught up at.
And that word
right.
wits goes into intelligence, their mental sharpness.
Yeah.
they ain't sharp. They start to get all dual and what is it, woman? What is it, babe? Like they just be fucking, man. Yeah, Jake gets annoying with that.
But Solomon was doing that. That's the truth. He was doing
That's
that.
how you know it's our people. Gone.
I want to just bring this out, Hebrews 7:14, but we'll drop it just to prove that Yahawashi is a high priest. I'll read it. I guess I'll read it. Hebrews 7:14. For it is evident that our Lord Yahawashi sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood, which we know that Yahawashi comes from the tribe of Judah, but the Levites, okay, the priesthood were the Levites, or the Levites was the priesthood.
Gone.
So yeah. You got a precept, Doc? Or
see.
If not, just let me know.
Go for it, Doc.
Want to bring something out? Not good, Doc?
Gone. Yeah, you're good, Doc.
All right, let's go into let's go into Micah 5:2. Another one we could bring out.
Gone. This is going to be Micah chapter 5, verse 2. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of these shall he come forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting.
That's like straight to the point, from everlasting. Because Yahawashai's been here in different bodies, different bodies. So, as Solomon, as Adam, as Isaac, Melchizedek, like he's been here. So Micah, all right, that's a prophecy, like Judah or Yahawashi will come to save his people, redeem his people. All right, and he's been here from everlasting, like he existed from everlasting. He's been here. It was nothing new, or Yahawashi just came. Okay, when he was born, like he'd been here before that point. Like the death angel, the death angel in Egypt? Who you think that was? That's Yahawashi.
God.
There's one is the rock. What's that precept? The rock that followed the Israelites in the wilderness.
Let me see.
The rock that followed Yahawashi in the wilderness. He's always been here. I know it's in the New Testament. Also in Exodus, I believe it is. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. I'll read it.
God.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. Actually, verse 2. And we're all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. That rock was a Mashiach Yahawashi. Straight to the point. So he's been here in different. Yeah.
God. No, that's a good one.
Whether as angel, whether in a body, he's been here. He's been here. Right. Let's go to I guess 2 Samuel chapter 7. 2 Samuel chapter 7, and I guess we could probably start from the top. Or maybe we can start from the top.
God. And this is 2 Samuel chapter 7, starting at the top. And it came to pass when the king sat in his house, Yahawah had given him rest round about from all his enemies. That the king said unto Nathan the prophet, See now, I dwell in house of cedar, but the ark of the Most High dwelleth within curtains. And Nathan said to the king, Go do all that is in thine heart, for Yahawah is with thee. And it came to pass that night that the word of Yahawah came unto Nathan, saying, Go and tell my servant David, Thus saith Yahawah, Shalt thou build me an house for me to dwell in? Whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle. In all the places wherein I have walked with all the children of Israel, spake I a word with any of the tribes of Israel, whom I commanded to feed my people Israel, saying, Why build ye not me an house of cedar? Now therefore shalt thou say unto my servant David, Thus saith Yahawah, Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Israel. And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest, and have cut off all thine enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, and they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more, neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more, as before time.
Right, let's stop right there. Right. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them that they may dwell in a place of their own. And that's when the Heavenly Father, right, or brings us back into the land, right, into our homeland, and we're not going to be afflicted by our enemies no more. We're not going to go into captivity. Okay, we're not going to go into captivity anymore. We're not going to be oppressed by our enemies anymore. We're not going to be working. We're not going to be servants. We're going to be kings. Okay, we're going to be priests. We're going to be kings. We're going to be over our enemies. Right. So the children of neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them. That's talking about Esau. Okay, of course the other nations afflict us, right? Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them anymore as before time. And this is like a reference of like a future prophecy that would take place. Although this was written during the time of King David, but this is really talking about us being in the kingdom when we get into the kingdom. All right, go ahead. You got it.
God. 2 Samuel 7, verse
Because
11.
hold on, because we know that now you don't have Israelites in that land. Okay, well, of course you might have certain Israelites that get a plane ticket and go there, but you have what you call Israelis in that land. Right now, one time in ancient history, or in history, or back then, the Israelites call themselves Israelis or Jewish. And now you got these bastards, these gutter rats, these small hats in our homeland now. So, and now is a prophecy fulfilled in Zechariah 9:6. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
God. This is 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 11. And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies, also Yahawah telleth thee that he will make thee an house. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom.
Right. And we know that Solomon built the first temple, but in spirit, it's really talking about Yahawashi. Establish the kingdom, right? That's in the future, establish the kingdom. We know that Solomon built the first temple. King David couldn't build it, okay, because he had a lot of war around him. So Solomon had to build the first temple. All right.
God.
But when it talks about establishing his kingdom, that's talking about when Yahawashi, okay, we're established in the kingdom, right? World without end.
God.
Right? After the MOTB, after World War III.
2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 13. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
There you go. There you go.
God backs you up.
And hold on. Hey, how many years did Solomon rule?
40 years.
40 years.
That's not
So
forever.
that's not forever. This forever means forever. It
What
doesn't
do
mean 40 40 years. This forever here means forever. In eternity, where the Most High wipes away all tears. Forever. Having a spiritual body, having spiritual powers. Forever. Never going into captivity. Forever. All right. Ain't talking about Solomon's 40-year reign. Yeah, some people might read it like that, but no, it's really, you want to dig deeper into it, it's really talking about us being in the kingdom, where Yahawashi ruling over us, ruling over everybody.
God. And these people, they have like Jay-Z, for example. He has that song remixed, I want to live forever. I believe Jay-Z's past 40. He ain't living forever, though. So, 40 years is not forever. But this is 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 13. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of
Hey, yeah,
men.
right. Let's stop right there, right? Let me just bring out this quick precept. This is Luke chapter 1 and verse, man, I'll start at verse 32. He shall, I'll start at 30. And the angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with Yahawah, and behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb. Conceive means to take in seed, right? And bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahawashi. You know there's no letter J's in the Hebrew, no E's, no O's in the Hebrew, no V's in the Hebrew. Yahawashi is the name. He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord Yahawah shall give unto him the throne of his father David. So this ties into 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter. And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. So that's straight to the point. Here's another one. One more. Let me bring out one more.
God.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his power, and he shall reign forever and ever. This ties in, a precept came to mind, ties in with Daniel, the second chapter, where oh man, Babakusha, could you find that one in Daniel's 2? It's like around a 40-something verse. It says like the nations, when Yahawashi returns, he's gonna like conquer the nations.
God.
Let me see. Let me try to help you find it since I read this. Let's see. Daniel, the second chapter. Okay, we could start just to get like to the point. Let's read verse 43 and verse 44. Daniel chapter 2, verse 43 and through verse 44.
God.
No, 40. What did I say? 40. No, 44 and 45. 44 and 45. My bad.
God. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
There you go. So we know that like the brass, the silver, all right, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greeks, the Romans, show you that all these nations are still here. They're still on the planet. They're still here. So when Yahawashi returns in those chariots, all these nations ain't gonna be, they're not gonna rule no more. Yahawashi is gonna come to take them down. And simultaneously, World War III is gonna be going on at the same time. And our kingdom is gonna stand forever. And that right there is a prophecy. That boggles the mind of Christians because Christians don't go into prophecy. So when you go in, or they don't understand prophecy, but when you go into that precept or the two precepts or scriptures you read, that right there is talking about in a well, we hope sooner than it's coming. It's coming. The kingdom is coming. We can smell it. You know what I'm
God.
saying? For lack of better words, we can smell it. And right. So when Yahawashi returns, he's gonna come and take down all these kingdoms. Showing you that the Elamites are still here, the Edomites are still here, and all these nations are still here. The Hamites are still here. The Edomites, of course, because Esau's what? The end of the world. Right. So right.
God.
I guess you could jump back to where you left off at.
God. This is 2 Samuel chapter 7, and we left off in verse 14. It reads, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men.
Whew. Okay. Didn't Yahawashi receive stripes? Wasn't he beat? Wasn't he crucified? Wasn't he whipped by the Romans?
Exactly.
So that's talking about what? Because Solomon didn't receive those stripes. Yahawashi received those stripes. When he came as Yahawashi, he received those stripes. Solomon back then did not receive those stripes. It didn't happen like that.
God.
That was talking about when Yahawashi, oh man, it just came to mind too. But I was talking about when Yahawashi came on the scene, you know?
God. And I believe that's Hebrews 1 and 5 that backs that up.
Yeah, and the one you had too, when they put a gorgeous robe on Yahawashi, the precept you had up.
God, let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, we can continue in 2 Samuel.
No, try bring that out now though. The one you
God.
had.
This is, let me see.
Because that was it, like on 2 Samuel 7. That was it on verse
Perfect.
14.
My God. Let me see. It may be this one. Let me check.
Now you had it lined up.
I believe it may be in John. Let me check. John 19. Let me see.
Yeah, John 19. John 19.
John. This is John chapter 19, verse 5. Then came Yahawashi forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe, and Pilate saith unto them, Behold the man. When the chief priests therefore and officers saw him, they cried out, saying, Crucify him, crucify him. Pilate saith unto them, Take ye him and crucify him, for I find no fault in him. The Jews
Right,
answered him, We have a law, and by our law we ought to die, because he made himself the Son of the Most High. Then Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the more afraid. There you go. Yeah, that proves that Yahawashi was crucified and he was innocent.
right,
But he wasn't innocent in his past lives, as we've been reading.
right. That's right. That's right. I guess we could jump to. I guess I'll read it. I'll read it. Psalm 72.
God.
That we could drop 2 Samuel 7. Psalm 72. Let's read it. Psalm 72. We could also probably make a part two because there's a lot more to bring out.
God.
But let's keep it as simple as possible. Um, Psalm 72, I'll start at verse 1. Now, King David wrote the psalm for Solomon, a psalm for Solomon. Give the king thy judgments, O Yahawah, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy. Now, who's the only one that's called like the ultimate deliverer? Who could do that?
Yahawashi. He's
Right?
salvation.
He's salvation. He saves or he delivers. Right? That's what Yahawashi means. He delivers. When you read Matthew 1 and 21, he shall save his people from their sins. So this song was written for Solomon, but in the spirit, it's talking about Yahawashi as being our deliverer. And it says, he shall judge the poor of the people, he shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. Right? Let's grab what's that? Now let's grab a precept. Let's grab Revelation chapter 12. And I believe that's like verse verse 5.
God. Revelation chapter 12, verse 5. And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto Yahawah and to his throne.
That's right. So he used to rule the nations with a rod of iron. And also in Psalms 2, Psalms the second chapter, it talks about Yahawashi or us having rod, a rod ruling the nations. So Yahawashi is going to rule the nations. We're going to rule the nations. We're going to break in pieces the oppressor, right? Which we know the oppressor is Edom, right?
God.
So let me grab this Psalm 148 and I'll start at verse 11. Kings of the earth and all people, princes and all judges of the earth, both young men and maidens, old men and children, let them praise the name of the Lord. Hold on, my bad. Wrong chapter, wrong one. I believe it's Psalm 149 and I'll start at verse 6. Let the high praises of Yahawah, BAHASHAM Yahawashi, be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon a heathen and punishments upon a people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Now, who are the modern day kings and pharaohs? Okay, you
The
got the elite, the
yeah,
Rockefellers, you got the Rothschilds, you have the all the elite families, right? To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. See, this never happened. This never happened. We're gonna have the rule. We're gonna have the power to put our enemies in chains. I'm gonna have the biggest and the heaviest chain placed upon Donald Trump.
God.
Placed upon that chain gonna be heavy as hell. It's gonna be like, man, one link is gonna be like probably like 2,000 pounds. Damn.
God.
So it says this, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. So these things are already written to play out. This honor have all his saints, with saints are the Israelites. Praise he the Lord. Right, that was it on that.
God.
Um, Psalm 72, and I'll continue. Read verse 4 again. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, which are the Israelites. Because Yahawashi, contrary to popular belief, Yahawashi didn't come to die for the whole world, right? He came to die for the nation of Israel, right? The world of the Israelites, okay, which ties into what? John 3:16 and Isaiah 4:45 and 17. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy and shall break in pieces the oppressor. They shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure throughout all generations. We mentioned that Solomon only reigned for 40 years. Now, during Solomon's reign, he had the Philistines, the Phoenicians or the Philistines, or these Hamites in subjection. Remember that? Okay, during even King David's reign, he had like these heathens in subjection. But during Solomon's reign, he ruled over the nation, but that was only a 40-year period. This is talking about until the sun and the moon endure, meaning forever, because the sun and the moon ain't going nowhere. Where's the
God.
sun and the moon going? It's not going nowhere. Esau wants to block out the sun. Doesn't he say that he's trying to block out the sun?
Exactly. Yeah, God.
And it says here, we know they can't take the sun. That's one of the reasons why they say you don't want to block out the sun, which is foolishness, is stupidity. That ain't possible. Psalm 72 and verse 5, they shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure throughout all generations. He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. In his days shall the righteous flourish, and abundance of peace so long as the moon endureth. A world without end. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. Wasn't it promised to Abraham that the Israelites or his seed should have dominion from sea to sea? That was
God.
promised to Abraham. So how much more Yahawashi, when we get in the kingdom, right? And from the river unto the ends of the earth. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. And his enemies shall lick the dust. His enemies will fall before him in the dust. And Babakusha, could you grab this precept in Revelation? Those that say they are Jews, that they should come bending unto thee. There's one in
God.
Revelation. I believe that could be Revelation, the 3rd chapter. to bow before thee. There's one that says they should come, they should kiss the.
I found this one out. This one isn't in Revelation, but this is Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that
No,
afflicted
no,
thee.
no. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Gone.
That's good. You can bring that one up.
Gone.
That's perfect.
Gone. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall
Right.
call thee the city of Yahawah, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Right. Now that's in the kingdom. Right. That's in the kingdom. You got Israelite camps that want Edomites to come up to them and like bow down before them. Nigga, you still in captivity. What good is it them bowing down to you, but you still gotta work for them?
God.
You're not in your kingly seat now. We're not in kings now. You know, I wouldn't want if somebody comes up to us at camp, I'm not gonna ask them to even if they ask it, can I kiss your feet? I'm like, nope. I'd rather wait for the kingdom. All right.
God.
I'd rather wait till we have that complete rulership because Esau knows he's going into slavery. All right, the sons of the strangers, all these, and the strangers are Edomites, of course. Now these Edomites, all right, man, the shit they did to us can't be forgotten, man. It can't be forgotten, and there's things that they continue to do to us is not going to be forgotten. So there's nothing that they could possibly do to escape their judgment. Their witchcraft, their left hand magic, their sorcery, their you know, their manipulation schemes, because we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We know what time it is.
Exactly.
You know, so the Lord doesn't really open our minds up to certain things that Esau does behind closed doors. But you know, the Lord is watching and seeing the things that these devils are doing to us, how they try to cut us off from being a people. I was watching a video of brother the Ark of Judah, right, and from the Mississippi camp, and he mentioned how Esau is trying to make Christopher Columbus look like he was a so-called black man. I'm like, oh my God. I was laughing. I thought that shit was some funny shit.
God.
You know, because they want to like reverse the roles. You know, let's be real. The angel's gonna search out who an Israelite and who's not an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? We know Christopher Columbus was an Edomite, but you do have those that portray to be Israelites and they're really not Israelites. They actually go back to Esau, Edom. All right, if you're an Israelite, you ain't gonna always dwell on, oh, maybe if I'm an Edomite, this, you're not gonna dwell on that because you're gonna be in the spirit, you're gonna be doing the works, you're gonna be doing everything an Israelite, all right, is supposed to do, not on some weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't work with the Lord, man. That's an easy detection. You can easily detect when somebody's full of shit. Man. You gotta suffer in this thing. You gotta suffer when we go do videos, when we're out there on the streets. Okay, being harassed by these devils, brothers with sleep paralysis, okay, demons trying to plague your mind, you know, whispering and all this crazy shit. I've been through that, so I know what time it is. But these Edomites are going into captivity, right?
God.
There's no doubt about that. These Elamites are going into captivity. All right, we're going to see who the real Lord then. All right, we're going to be lords.
Exactly.
We're going to be masters. They're going to be bowing down to us. Right, but I just want to bring that out. But the one in Revelation I can't find.
God.
But you brought it out, so that was good enough. It says Psalm 72 and verse 10. The kings of Tarshish and of the isles shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts. Now, the one precept that comes to mind is these nations, the kingdoms, it should be continually, the gates should be continually open. And the forces of the Gentiles, Babakashaf, you can find that one, the forces forces of Gentiles, forces of it's Isaiah 60. It's also in Isaiah 60 and 5.
God.
Hold on. And also 60 in verse 5 and 60 in verse 11. Either or.
God. This is
You
Isaiah
can have
chapter
the one in
6.
verse 11. Verse 11 is, yeah.
God. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought.
Right. And the forces could represent like the riches, the fatness, the gold, which we had back in the ancient world, but we're going to have, abundance and then some. The Lord said he'll give us our heart's desire. We're going to have more than we ever had, than Solomon had in his past life. When you go into the book of Ecclesiastes, he said all is vanity. All the
God.
riches he had, all the women he had, the concubines on this side was vanity. That was just a foreshadowing or of what we're really going to have in the kingdom. That was like, this is here. This is for this temporary life. Just imagine just popping all the women you ever wanted. Come
God,
in. And
righteously
they
too.
come to you with quick, like all the concubine. And that pisses a lot of the Israelite women off, because you tell them we going to be popping Edomite women in the kingdom. Yes, we are.
God.
How are we going to repopulate a whole nation? The Israelite man can repopulate a whole nation, but he has to pop more than one woman. Just can't be one woman.
Exactly.
No, we're going to have it all. We're going to have everything. We're going to have all the women, all of the gold, the precious stones. Brothers love the stones, the frankincense, the pure frankincense. We're going to have all of that. You don't
God.
want that? We're going to have the little ones to
Access
become
to other
1,000.
planets.
Exactly. Matter of fact, since you mentioned that, I'll grab a precept for you.
God.
I'll grab a precept for you.
Esau is trying so hard to get out of this atmosphere. It ain't gonna
They
happen.
can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. They can't do it. They want to escape their judgment.
Exactly.
Hold on. Yeah, you got it, Doc, until I find it. Let me
God. Let me grab this one real quick.
Okay.
This one's John 14 and 2. And my
That's it.
father.
That's it. That was it. I found it too. I had it, but you got it. You got it.
God,
You got it.
that's
You
the
can read it.
spirit. John chapter 14, verse 2. In my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. Go for it, Doc.
No, go. Finish,
God,
Doc.
God.
I'm just, doing.
God, none of the mansions referring to the planets.
God.
No, that's a simple breakdown. The Lord was
And,
preparing
and
these
it's only
planets for his elect. And Lord willing, we be those men.
and it's only right. It's only right. Um, they say that like the universe keeps expanding.
Exactly. You can't.
Like there's no end, and it's only right because if Yahawashi was also directing that to the elect in that verse right there. He's directing that to the elect.
Exactly.
The whole nation of Israel, but really like the Alahim, because
The
it makes
first
sense
fruit.
because we were the first fruits, exactly, because the choice parts. We were here with Yahawashi before the elements were created, so that'd be only right for us to enjoy for us to enjoy the elements, the planets that the Most High and Yahawashi made for us. It's only right.
God, this
Here
precept
we're
backs it
bound
up.
to
Go for it, Doc.
here. I want to say something. Here we're bound to these bodies. This body is subject to this earth. It's not it can't go outside of to another place. It's impossible. This body is
Exactly.
subject to this earth. You know, there's pain, there's sorrows, there's tears, there's mourning. But in the kingdom, we ain't gonna be crying no more. We could travel from one dimension to it like ease, like choo, 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 like
No
nothing.
stress. No stress.
No stress or nothing. That's real.
Yeah.
And Esau has some type of knowledge and ability to know that, because don't get it messed up. But some of these Edomites know the scriptures. Some of these Edomites know the scriptures. They hear us breaking down these things, and then they be taking notes too. They take notes like, okay, these guys are talking about this. These guys are talking about that. But that's for us to enjoy. This what does Ezra say? The world was made for our sakes. Not only the planets, but this earth right here. We're gonna be ruling on this earth. All right, we're gonna be ruling here on this earth. This world was made for our sakes, and them heathens gonna be under us forevermore. Right? Ain't no coming out of power no more. Ain't no going in on slave ships or being oppressed, being downtrodden, being afflicted.
Gone. No, it's beautiful. This precept right here backs it up too. Isaiah 40:22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, the universe,
There you go.
and spreadeth
There
them
you go.
out
Yep.
as a tent to dwell in, all the planets.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
The
right.
elect, the first fruits are the true astronauts. Not this
Right.
this stage shit, not this stuff they try to give us. These stage props.
Yeah, but Esau never even been to the moon. Ronald
Exactly.
Reagan in one of his speeches said, he was talking about how technology was like flourishing during the 80s, and they were able to create new, gadgets and stuff like that, and how they were able to go to the moon. I'm like, nigga, not niggas. Yeah, they are the real niggas, but damn devil. I was like, you damn devil, you're full of shit. They never been to the moon. That
God.
shit don't even look real. If you look like if you look at these pictures,
Yeah, the
that don't
rock.
even a flag on them. That shit don't even look real. Plus, you can't approach the moon. The moon has its own light. The
God.
moon has its own light. The Lord ain't gonna allow you to go to the moon. It has its own light. It's to govern time.
Exactly.
Moon governs time.
Instrument. God.
They can't go past what they named the Van Allen belt. They can't go past that.
Yeah, but but somehow in the '80s they did. These devils are liars.
They're full of shit. Huh? They're full of shit. Huh? You got it out.
God, no, I believe that's all I wanted to get out. Is there anything else you got to mention, Knock?
Yeah, let me finish reading. Where's the Psalm 72? Excuse me. Psalm
God.
72 and verse 11. Yea, all kings shall fall down before him. All nations shall serve him. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. Now, one precept that comes to mind too, it says, the Lord shall deliver the afflicted and poor people. I shall leave in the midst of the a afflicted and poor people. That's talking about the elect and afflicted and poor people. So we have a savior, we have a redeemer, right? And we believe and we believe and we know that Yahawashi is going to deliver us. You have to keep that confidence. Confidence.
Exactly.
Let that confidence build up. Okay, don't think for a second that Yahawashi is just gonna let us be oppressed by these damn devils and their sorcery, their witchcraft forever, and working and being all afflicted. See, one thing that these devils don't understand is that why you think certain things don't happen to certain people at a particular until a certain time. Because the Lord is reserving these devils for what? Punishment. With us, it happened. We gotta suffer. We're the ones that
God.
gotta go through affliction. A lot of these people don't go through nothing. And if they are going through something, they going through something on the left-hand side as murderers, as thieves. All right, they do it to themselves. We
Exactly.
suffer for righteousness' sake, for truth's sake.
God, no, yeah, reaping what you sow.
Yep. So a lot of people might think they laugh at us like, haha, because they ain't going through nothing. But wait till it's our turn. And when the tables are turned around, like that movie Trading Places. I don't know if you ever watched that with Eddie Murphy. I believe that movie came out in the 80s.
God, I've heard of it.
Dan App was not Ben Affleck. Dang, I'm way off on that one, but I know it was Eddie Murphy in the movie.
God.
That it was trading places. Eddie Murphy was poor. He was a beggar, like Lazarus and a rich man.
Yeah, God, that
He
came
was,
to mind.
then you had the white Edomite. He was rich, and the elites or whatever, the rich folks, and you can watch the movie and you can see what I'm talking about. And right, and the tables were turned around. Now Eddie Murphy was on top, and Edomite was on the bottom. It was an experiment they were doing. What if we
God.
put this Edomite on the bottom? How would he react to suffering? See, a lot of these people don't go through shit. Jake could go through so much punishment in hell, catch all the hell, and we still here. And we're still here, and we're not going nowhere. We can take all the punishment in the world, get beat up and bruised and battered, and we're still here. These devils, they go through a little bit of affliction, start stressing out,
God.
start
They
crying
start
like little
cursing out
ass
the
women.
Lord.
Like,
They start cursing
yeah,
out their idea
yeah,
of God. They take it out
right,
on him.
right,
Why
right.
me?
They start. They can't even go through a little bit. Then they want to go talk shit. Like in their mind, they thinking that the Lord ain't. It is crazy, man. A lot of stuff that they try to keep bottled up in their mind or whatever. The
God.
Lord and the angels record every. Because
Yep.
he that planted the ear shall he not hear. He that planted the eyes shall he not see. See, the Lord's eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun. You might think you're getting away with it, but it's like calling like like somebody walk by us or whatever. Okay, Caesar, you fucking bitch. Like the Most High and the angels don't hear that.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like to it, like, oh, did you just say that to my servant? Hmm. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? In their mind is like, did you just say? Repeat that. Like the Most High laughs because he's watching everything they're doing. In their mind is all over the damn place. They don't know what the hell. How the Lord, does his thing. Like they're not gonna figure that out. But there's a
God.
lot of people that speak like that precept that says that idle words. They speak like idle words. Like a lot of these people, they speak these idle things against us. But not only the things that they speak, it's the things that they think and or speak in their mind, because you can actually think words in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And like try to whisper something, and the Most High says, "I caught you." That's gonna be
God.
now. They might not think it's affecting them now, but the Lord lets it pile up. These dumbass niggas, man, they just don't get it. They don't get it.
Exactly.
Well,
They don't have the fear of the Lord. They don't have that beginning of wisdom.
they don't, and they don't, man. They don't not. And it's a lot of things that go on that people really don't know what they got themselves involved in, man. They don't know what they got themselves involved in. It's like, like, man, Yahawashi was like a mind reader, okay, like a mind reader. And don't get it fucked up, okay? Yahawashi was a mind reader on the right hand. Now you
God.
got like Esau, they're like mind readers on the left hand. And I was like, because Esau actually believes he's the Most High. He actually believes he's Yahawashi.
God.
Edomites actually believe they're the savior. Don't look at their images. Look at the Renaissance art. Look at the paintings. They actually believe that they're God. They believe that they're Yahawashi. They also think they're the angels. They believe that they can somehow, like fight against the Most High, and they're gonna prevail at the end. Oh, we won. Your
Exactly.
people. No.
They feel like they
So
could rewrite history.
yeah, and that's what they're trying to do. They want to like talking about Christopher Columbus was black.
God.
Plus, nobody's black anyway, but we know that's not a fact. That's not a fact.
Exactly.
Christopher Columbus was an Edomite. He was an Amalekite. So yeah, it's right. You got a precept, doc, or I guess I'll continue reading it. If you don't, I'll
I
just
do
keep
I do
reading.
have this one to back you up because a
Okay, you
lot of
got it.
our people, this one always comes to mind. This is Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. And that's what it is. Our people don't even put thought into any of this. They don't even want to consider it. Man, you know what? These people, those men on the streets in their garments, they're actually saying something. But that just shows you how you mentioned the Lord blinded these people. These
That's right.
they man, it proves, yeah, that we have to have wicked Israelites right now. because that's just going to prove the Lord
Right.
right.
That's right.
So
It's
yeah,
a
this isn't
necessary
for
evil.
all. Exactly, necessary.
A necessary evil. You got righteous spirits. You got wicked spirits. You know, the Lord could actually send a strong delusion on somebody and make them believe that they're serving them, righteous servants, but really they could be wicked. You know, they could be left-handed spirits or messengers, left-handed messengers that the Lord could be using just for his purpose.
God, and just like going back to the topic, King Solomon was by default gonna go off. Like every
Yeah,
prophet before Yahawashi. Yahawashi was the only one meant to keep the law, statutes, and commandments before his kingdom. You
yeah.
know,
What's that? Now you just made me think of that precept um that it was in Adam to go off. It was like in
God,
him
yeah,
to go off.
that
Like he
second
was
Ezra.
programmed to sin. You know what I'm talking about? Is in
Yeah, I believe.
Romans.
Oh yeah, Romans is one of them. The creature is subject to vanity.
That's it.
There's
That's it.
there's one
That's
in
it.
Second
That's it.
Ezra as
That's
well.
it.
Gone
The one in Second Ezra's. What's that? The
with
third chapter
Adam.
that talks about Adam, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let me find that one. I haven't read that one in a minute.
I'll grab this one in Romans.
Gone,
If you want to grab the one in Ezra's, you can if you want.
gone. I'll
It
do that.
says here, Romans chapter 8 and verse 20. For the creature, which we know that man is a creation, was made subject to vanity. Now willingly, okay, not a free will. It's not because, actually, let's read the NOT on this.
Gone,
Against, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope. Against its will, for all creation is, hold on. Against its will, all creation was subjected to God's curse, but with eager hope. Man, that is a curse. So
gone.
Adam was programmed, which he's Yahawashi, he was programmed to go off.
Gone. This one backs you up too. This is a Second Ezra 4:30. Of course, we'll go into Adam a little later. Another video, Lord willing.
We're not gonna, of course, you got it.
Yeah. Second Ezra 4:30. For the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how
Yep,
much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time? And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? And that word threshing, let me go look at the definition.
yeah, I'll grab it for you. I'll grab it
God,
for
the
you.
definition of threshing. Because that
I
still
got you.
hasn't occurred.
It's to thresh or threshing. Of course, separate from grain a plant, typically with a flay of action revolving. Hold on. How about Merriam Dictionary? To thresh. Merriam's Dictionary. Here it's saying to separate, to strike repeatedly, to separate seed from a harvested plant, to separate seed,
Gone.
to thrash, to thrash.
Gone. And that reminds me of Matthew 13. The parable with the seeds. The good seed, the tares. Let me
Yep,
see. But yeah, that's the point though. Adam was meant to go off. Because Yahweh Shai was he had to fulfill his role.
that's right. That's right, Doc.
But go for it, Doc.
Yeah, jumping back to Psalm 72 and verse 12. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence. Right? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Right? And
Gone.
precious shall their blood be in his sight. And he shall live, and to him shall be given of the gold of Sheba. Prayer also shall be made for him continually, and daily shall he be praised. There shall be a handful of corn in the earth upon the top of the mountains. The fruit thereof shall shake like Lebanon, and they of the city shall flourish like grass of the earth. His name shall endure forever, which we know his name is Yahawashi, right? His heavenly name and also his earthly name, Yahawashi. What? Yahawashi doesn't change. Right? Because you got dudes talking about that Yahawashi is just his earthly name. No man knew his name. That's not what it's talking about, partner. That's not what it's talking about. Some of these dudes are bugged out, wacky. But it says here, this his name shall endure forever. His name shall be continued as long as the sun. Wait, I thought his name changed. The sun is going to exist forever, right? The sun is still going to be here forever. So why would he have another name? Would it make sense? And men shall be blessed in him. All nations shall call him blessed. Blessed be the Lord God, the power of Yasharallah, the Israelites, who only doeth wondrous things. And blessed be his glorious name forever, and let the whole earth be filled with his glory. Aman and Aman, the prayers of David, the son of Jesse, are ended. Right? So Yahawashi is Solomon. Okay. Of course, we could go into what's that? 1 Kings 1. How Solomon rode on a mule.
God.
Symbolic to how Yahawashi came into Jerusalem on a donkey or a mule. John 1, we ain't even grabbed John 1, but John the Baptist talking about Yahawashi being here way before him.
God.
He was here way before him. So we ain't bring that out. There's one. Let me look something up here. I believe they have Psalm 110. Oh, I think you had brought a precept out earlier about when the Pharisees asked Yahawashi and who, and I believe you mentioned it. It was son that went like the son of David. I believe that was Matthew 22. I believe that Psalm 110 ties into it. The Lord said unto my Lord, okay, the Lord capital L-O-R-D, the Heavenly Father said unto my Lord, sit down on my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. Who's King David's Lord? Yahawashi.
God.
All right. But it goes into it, but that was it. And also this goes into Melchizedek, Psalm 110. Lord, when we go into the lesson, we could go into Yahawashi being Melchizedek. Right. And other precepts we could have brought out, but I think time to wrap it up.
God.
But with that, we'd like to give all praises, not unless you got something else to say, Doc.
Now go for it, Doc. You're good.
We'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah.
Yahawah.
BAHASHAM.
BAHASHAM. Yahawashi.
Qadash.
BAHASHAM.
Okay, Abanawa Yahawah Yahawashi, BAHASHAM Qadash. And I pray, Lord willing, you brothers were fed and edified. And until the next one, Shalawam.
Shalawam.
It's still going on up.